Today on Daily Blast Live, Robert De Niro steals the show at the Tony Awards. But did his F-bomb cross the line? Comedian Lisa Lampanelli blasts an audience member in an epic onstage meltdown.
If you're gonna talk to me in my own show, I will.
What set her off like that? And the collaboration you didn't see coming. Bruno Mars and Janet Jackson together for the first time. Daily Blast Live starts right now.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Monday, June 11th, and we got a lot to talk about, so let's get right to it. Eminem is getting a lot of criticism right now. He was performing at the Bonnaroo Music Festival when he used a sound effect that people thought was a gunshot. Some concert goers reportedly screamed and ducked. Watch this. A spokesperson for Eminem said the effect was actually a, quote, pyrotechnic concussion.
That's code for a gunshot.
Yeah, man, right? That sounded like it. Adding that Eminem has been using this for more than 10 years, the same technique. But are we in a different time now that you can't do that?
We are in a different time. It doesn't matter that he's been doing it for 10 years. We're in an era where people are going to concerts and 50 people are being killed by gunshot or by someone shooting. When someone says you can't yell fire in a crowded theater and you yell tire, you're not going to say, well, I said tire, it's not my fault that people heard an F. You know, I mean, that's kind of the same thing. I went to a performance recently. There was a gunshot. It was unexpected. It really rattled me. I was about to take off. I ended up with wine all over my dress. So that's a very scary thing. And I think that people should be heard when they're saying we don't want to hear these types of sound effects at a concert because of everything that's happened.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was really disappointed in Eminem for basically just saying, well, deal with it. I've been doing this for so long, instead of looking at the fact that, yes, it's sad in 2018 that we are dealing with this new normal, but there is a PTSD, and I would be alarmed too, so it would be really refreshing if he would have listened to his fans instead of almost saying, like, well, then don't come to my concert then.
Well, I mean, I'm going to kind of semi-quote George Carlin on this. When he was talking about them getting rid of plastic toy guns, he said, are we going to get rid of the fake guns and keep the real ones? We're getting mad at people for having fake gun sounds when we have real gun sounds for a reason. We should be focusing on those, not Eminem's concert. I understand that it might be a little insensitive, but I mean, if we're going to do that, then are we going to take them out of the next war movie that you see? Are we going to take bullet sounds out of that? I mean,
that's different.
It's more than insensitive. It's dangerous. There's a reason why we don't yell fire in a crowded theater, because it can potentially cause a stampede. Had 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people taken off running thinking that that was real gunfire, that would have been a massive problem. And the idea that it's like, well, this is just the way it's always been, but this isn't the way it's always been. And to say that you're not going to do anything about it is just the wrong move to make, in my opinion. I think we've said
that we're not going to do anything about the real guns, which is a real scary thing. I mean, I completely agree with what you're saying, but I mean, it's just weird that we're going to start bending our rules to sound effects and fake gun noises instead of trying to stop the real ones.
Right. All right, guys, a major meltdown caught on camera. Comedian Lisa Lampanelli lost it on stage in San Jose last night. She blew up when a guy in the audience offered her $100 to shut up. Watch this.
If you're gonna talk to me in my own show, I will give you personally your money back. Because I don't need work for people. No, we love you. I'll give you your money back. Yeah, go ahead, stupid. Did I tell you to lights up? I said it and I mean it, you moron.
Wow. And now Lisa is explaining what exactly went down. Here's what she told TMZ.
I never went with the sexist thing, but I got to tell you, nowadays, more and more people are telling women to shut up. So guess who has to be a bigger mouth than ever is Lisa Lampanelli, because nobody ever tried to do nothing to me to shut me up till now, and it ain't going to work. I honestly do know more words than the F word. I'll throw in the C word if you like.
All right, there you go. Al, was this a little extreme in your eyes?
This is a little extreme, but I look at this and I'm like, that's why you go to a live show. They got you say what you want. Whoever went to that show got a unique experience.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a live show, and with stand-up a lot of times, I'm just looking at this. It seems like she was agitated for a while. Usually, if somebody's being a problem during the show, you either get them removed immediately or you deal with them, you give them their 3 minutes, and then you try and move on, and hopefully that'll shut them down. She appeared to be annoyed for a long time, and she blew her top, and we saw that. And I think she did what every comic, and I have done this myself, you regret is like it goes from being funny to kind of scary.
I don't think she regrets it.
It wasn't funny at all.
I don't think she regrets it
I
at
guarantee
all.
you she wished she shut him down in a different way.
Okay,
because yelling like that, a cab driver could yell like that.
Right.
That you're a comic, you're supposed to use your wits.
Yeah, but
and she just didn't use it, and we're all guilty of it.
She's also pretty unapologetic and seems to be enjoying the attention that she's getting. And Lisa Lampanelli loves to be on top. She loves to be the almost unfiltered, unapologetic female comic. And I wouldn't even be surprised to think maybe she had this plan.
I would hope that she'd be apologetic about turning and yelling at the staff, calling them effing morons.
Well, that's one part of it that I think is not okay.
It didn't seem planned to me based on what Al just said, the fact that she turned on the staff. She just seemed like she was out of control.
She seems to be capitalizing on it.
Let's hope so.
All right, we are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
Well, in less than 2 hours, the historic meeting between President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un will take place. And Sean Hannity just landed the first sit-down interview with Trump. The Fox News host is in Singapore right now, and his interview is set to happen at a hotel there. But the location might change if the president decides to leave right after the summit.
That's going to be interesting.
It's shocking that he got that interview.
All right, switching gears here to Ariana Grande because she's engaged. Reports say she and SNL cast member Pete Davidson are taking their relationship from 0 to 100, getting engaged after only a few weeks of dating. They allegedly told people at the big news, their friends at a big party this weekend. But a source says the new couple isn't in any rush. They're just happy to have found each other. I was almost going to think this was a setup at first because
it's so soon.
It's so soon. They both just got out of relationships. He was with Larry David's daughter for a long time. She was with Mac Miller for a long time, and now he's got tattoos apparently.
Yeah, he has 2 tattoos that are in honor of Ariana Grande. But what's the rush? I mean, a few weeks here. I'm happy that they're happy, but
those are his tattoos.
The tattoos. You do not know someone after 3 weeks.
No.
I am sorry. You do not. You're still in the lust phase. You're in that honeymoon phase. You're going to spend the rest of your life with someone that you know for 3 weeks. I'm sorry. I love, but this to me isn't love until you really get to know someone.
They look like the cutest little first marriage ever. I mean, look at, they do. Yeah. Everything's all, oh, we're going to love each other forever.
What
and so
isn't?
We don't.
They probably
what isn't after 3 weeks?
I bet they haven't had their first fight yet.
Jeff, I wonder if you agree with this. I feel like part of adult life is you grow up, you make your mistakes, you get wise, and then you have to watch every generation behind you make those same mistakes.
Right.
It's like we all found that person. It's like, I love this person. They're the best. It's like they love what they know about this person because the first 3 weeks you can put your best foot forward, but that mask starts to come off.
I know. I hear you, Matt.
I wish him luck.
Me too. Let's leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
Big news on a hot new collaboration. Bruno Mars is teaming up with Janet Jackson for her next album titled Now Is the Perfect Time. The two have reportedly scheduled dates to record a new single plus other tracks for the album. And Bruno considers Janet Jackson an idol and was reportedly ecstatic when she asked for his help. You might remember presented the Icon Award to Janet Jackson at this year's Billboard Music Awards. Is this the new duo we've all been waiting for here? Anybody?
Yes.
Anybody? There you go.
I don't know if I've been waiting for it, but I'm pretty excited about it. I think that it's going to be good.
Janet Jackson is an icon, a legend, some would say. Don't you think she's benefiting more in this deal?
No.
Really?
He should be honored to be performing.
I know. I'm just putting it out there.
No, I don't know. I think his star is way bigger than Janet Jackson
too.
at this point. Are you Sam?
Bruno
don't.
Mars' star is bigger than Janet
by
Jackson?
1,000 miles. Sam, come on.
Okay.
It's not even close. Erica, listen, you guys are coming at this. You guys are coming at this. You guys.
It's
Janet is legacy.
Yeah. Janet hasn't released an album in 20 years, Erica.
Yeah, but she's legacy and she's icon. That's totally different.
Right now, Bruno Mars is 10,000 times more popular than Janet Jackson.
Right now, over the term of a course of a lifetime,
we live in right now, unless you guys have a time machine.
I'm embarrassed.
Yes, he's killing it right now. You're embarrassed for me.
Can we get a reaction from the room? Who's the biggest star? Is it Bruno Mars?
Right now, no, right now.
Right, or is it Janet Jackson?
Those are women that grew up with her music, that love her. She has not released an album in 2 decades.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter. Look at the women who love her and are part of that demographic. They're still very excited about it. That means that is legacy. It's an icon.
But legacy doesn't have anything to do with selling tickets right now. I guarantee you, who do you think can sell out the O2 Arena in England? Janet Jackson or Bruno Mars?
I
rest my case.
I'm glad.
I think they could both.
Janet Jackson could sell at the Forum right now. I guarantee you she couldn't.
There we go.
She could.
All right, a new trailer dropped today for Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. Fashion and beauty host Stephanie Jones is here with the first look coming in hot.
That's right, guys. Is there anything that John Krasinski can't do? In the latest trailer for Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, we find Jack pulled from his desk job and thrown into the line of fire to help foil a terrorist attack, as you do on your standard Monday. Here's your first look.
Dr. Ryan, I need you to come with me.
What?
We have to go.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind.
What have you got?
The individual behind these transactions could be a high-level target. His name is Suleiman.
How come you're the only one that knows about this mystery man?
There's something different about his agenda.
I'd like to set up a task force. I'm just a man.
Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan streams on Amazon Prime this August.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yes, it does.
And that soundtrack was nice, too.
And I like seeing John Krasinski in that type of a role.
Yeah. All right, Ebony Steele, what's coming up on Daily Blast Live?
Well, by now, I'm sure you've probably heard all about IHOP's name change. Stick around because another chain is changing names, or are they? And Robert De Niro curses out the president at the Tony Awards. Did he cross the line? More Daily Blast Live is right after this.
We are going to be doing bobbing for apples. You have 1 minute. We're going to do it at the same time. Oh no, my face is way too pretty.
We're going to do a dramatic reading now from Night Watch.
Night shift.
Right.
Bleeding in the left lower quadrant.
Tell Cat Scan we're coming as soon as he's tuned.
I'm losing his pulse. Okay, so we're just doing. So you hear everyone? Don't open it. Don't, for God's sake, save the children.
New sunscreen. It's Sea Star Sparkle. It's Sproof 50, so you're actually getting some protection from the sun.
SPF, by the way.
Okay, I say Sproof.
So today we're playing Big Mouth. Jeff and Tori each have a minute to guess trending headlines they can give to the other player.
You're freaking me out. Bill, you lost on your own question.
Yeah, I can't even remember my own dialogue.
Bill came in second.
Tori's gonna win. Similar.
Oh, it's big, guys.
You have it wrapped in your hand.
That is a pretty.
It looks just
big.
like that.
It does. It does. This is how it's done right here.
Hey everybody, it's Samantha Harris. Welcome to Dancing with the Hosts. That's right,
Puppies!
So why don't you go to the moon?
We watch me on Blind Date on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's there. Excuse me, I'm gonna go find that.
We found the clip that you so embarrassing.
I make my jazz. I was supposed to. So every time you watch
Start the date with Jordan bronze jazz hands.
Everybody thought I don't know comics. Really ticks me off.
Favorite thing ever is emoji. Headline, today's headline with